Hello again, everyone. All right, we're about to get started. I'd just like to introduce myself. My name is Stephanie Corrett, and I had the pleasure of being class supervisor this past month with these fabulous graduates and my wonderful team. So without further ado, we're going to start having everyone come on in. First, we have Adelia Lopez and her guide dog Lowell from White Plains, New York. And Adelia is being escorted by her son Jorge today. Jorge is providing translation for Adelia, who only speaks Spanish. Next, we have Trisha Lacey and guide dog Jody, and they're coming from Peoria, Illinois. Next is Linda Hughes and guide dog Yanni from Braintree, Massachusetts. Irene Lansing and guide dog Yoshi from Westfield, Massachusetts. Okay. Amber Bankson and Rumi from Plymouth, Minnesota. Nicole Corbett and Van Gogh from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Britt Cook and guide dog Graham from Louisville, Kentucky. Ricky Jones and Alice from Madison, Tennessee. And coming probably from furthest away, Joe Lop and guide dog Izzy coming from Barcelona, Spain. Next will be Alexis Tyson and guide dog Carter from Cleveland, Ohio. All right, and Tina Jenkins and Clara from Eudora, Kansas. All right, and last but certainly not least, Heather Shy and guide dog Asher from Warwick, Rhode Island. All right, so big room of 12 graduates. Let's give them a round of applause. I do just want to mention Adelia is actually from our home training program. Even though she's nice and local in White Plains, she was home trained. And we have two other graduates that graduated this month also through our home training program, so I just want to mention their names as well. That is Ann Middlestat and Guide Dog Tori from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, as well as Raul Gallegos and Larry from Houston, Texas. Yeah. All right. So now I'd like to introduce Wendy Agaletti, who is our chair of the board of directors.
Thank you, Stephanie. Good afternoon. I'm here on behalf of the Guiding Eyes Board of Directors, 16 devoted volunteers, and we congratulate the class of February 2017. Graduations are symbolic and celebrated by the Board of Directors. 12 times a year, the graduations are the culmination of the work related to all aspects of the governance of the organization to make sure mission goals are met efficiently and successfully. We truly appreciate everything that the talented staff and big-hearted volunteers do every day to ensure that the goals set by the board are met. We are watching, we noticed, and we are so pleased. Thank you to all of you. I was privileged to have lunch with this class last Friday, and I noticed how upbeat and happy they all were. I knew all was going well. The jelly donuts served for dessert certainly helped. One of these dogs even had an opportunity to steal a taste of the jelly off of someone's face. Don't worry, graduates, I'll keep that secret as to whom it was so that your dog doesn't get scolded by the trainers. I've been given the honor of conveying some special messages to the graduates from today's graduation sponsors. Emergency Services Fuel Corporation and Friends, Ed and Joseph Dunkelman and Lisa Sinatra, would like to congratulate the teams. They express a special thanks to the staff, volunteers, and puppy raisers of Guiding Eyes for producing such extraordinary dogs. They communicate a best of luck to all of you. Ed, Joseph, and Lisa are also volunteers who foster Guiding Eyes stud dog Vito, a handsome black lab. An energetic Joseph dutifully takes him on runs to keep him in top shape. Vito has already sired 86 puppies and counting in the US and abroad. I think that's because he is so fit and so handsome. And our co-sponsor of today's class is Duke, a 12-year-old blind Airedale from Colorado Springs, Colorado. He barks a congratulations to the graduating class. Duke's family is watching online from home in Colorado, and we greatly value their support of our mission. Whether it's your first time joining us or you are a regular attendee of these special events, I'm so glad you are all here in the audience and online to share this phenomenon with us. Enjoy the rest of the program, and I'd like to now welcome Kathy Zubricki, Vice President of Training Programs, to the podium.
Thank you, Wendy, and welcome everyone to this very happy occasion. I've had the privilege of being an assessor for the International Guide Dog Federation, and I have visited schools all over the world. And yeah, there are differences in how we may train things, but train both students and dogs, but there's one thing that we all agree on, that without the dedicated, selfless support of our puppy raisers, it would be almost impossible for any guide dog program, he agrees, to be successful. So, so I'd like to ask all our puppy raisers, and so would he, to please stand up so we can acknowledge you. So would all our puppy raisers please stand up? You are truly extraordinary people, and by opening your hearts and your homes to a Guiding Eyes puppy for someone you had yet to meet but you knew needed you, that's just an extraordinary gift, and we are so deeply, deeply grateful to all of you. Um, so I'd like to take a moment and talk about Stephanie, Karen, Nick, I'm sorry, Dan, Laurel, Nikki, and Alyssa. It has just been a delight to watch you work with this class. All of you epitomize one of the core values of Guiding Eyes that I feel is so important to me, and that is to be in service. And I've watched you be in service to your students. I've watched you be in service to their dogs. And I've watched you be in service to each other. And it has just been a wonderful, gratifying experience. So thank you all for what you've done to make this class so successful. And now to the graduates. This is your day. Enjoy it, revel in it, savor it. You've worked very, very hard to get here. And learning how to work with a guide dog, whether it's your first dog or fourth dog or fifth, can be challenging. And when Mother Nature decides she wants to get into the game, can really up the ante a little bit. And I really think that you've experienced at least 3 of the seasons we enjoy here in New York, and you've done it with great grace and ease. So on behalf of the entire Guiding Eye staff, both at here and in Patterson, congratulations, and you are wished every continued success. Let's have a round of applause for the class. And to everyone who believes in the importance of our mission and supports us, whether it's through one's time, one's financial support, or by sharing our stories with others. We could not do this work without you. You are all so vitally important to what we do, and thank you very, very much for supporting us. And the class has a lot they'd like to share with you today, so I'd like to ask Stephanie to come back to the podium.
All right, I think some of the fun shall begin now and possibly a lot of tears. So I'd like to welcome Heather Shire, our first graduate speaker, up to the podium. Pardon me 1 minute. Okay, so it was a running joke that Stephanie always had a box of tissues in her pocket for me. There were so many moments of tears of joy, and they're going to be now. And Asher knows. Bear with me 1 second. So I do want to thank Guiding Eyes for this opportunity. I'm not going to get through this. Thank you. For I call Asher my little hero. Sorry. So it was the beginning of a journey that I thought I wasn't going to do well. I had all kinds of anxieties showing up my first dog. And between all the staff and my classmates, God bless you guys, we carried each other through. And I'm going home a very happy and successfully trained guide dog user. I can't even say it. Just like a kid, he does what he hates when you say it. I know. So I just want to thank everybody for this opportunity and the puppy raisers. That chokes me up the most because the dedication that you give to these animals and then give them away so that they can service us is amazing. So thank you for that gift. I want to share just one happy moment of tears because if I shared all of them, we would be here for a week. um, Being a first-time user, I had no idea the ability. I had some idea, but not the exact idea. And when we did our mock walks with a real dog before the day we got the dogs on Wednesday, when I had the dog that I was walking with for a sample, she took me right to the curb cut, and I went, "Whoa, are you serious? This dog can do this?" And I just started bawling my eyes out, and Karen's like, "It's okay, it's okay." So that's just one of them. And then, going through Manhattan and rushing, just walking with my head up high around 50 people, 100 people, just walking through people and not worrying about what they're doing because Asher's my eyes.
So that's amazing to me, the freedom. And so thank you. And at this time, I just want to ask my boyfriend to come up for one second. I want to thank my sister and my boyfriend for all of their support through this. It was the longest I've been away from home in years and years and years. And they've been very supportive. Um, so in my hand, I have 5 roses. And on the roses, there's thorns. So the thorns present the struggles and the trials, tribulations I had when I first arrived, the anxieties. But the flower, the rose itself, is the blossom of who I am now and ready to become when I leave. And so, because of the training that took place to mold this person and my beautiful dog, I want to give you each one rose to represent my gratitude to you. So, Stephanie.
All right, we made it to the next round. Thank you. Let me give you a hug. You're doing great.
Okay. And Nikki. Thank you, sweetie. Karen. If I can. Oh, okay. Thank you. And Laurel for putting up with all of our bad behavior. And Dan, you get a white rose. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, I think I promised laughter and tears, and I did not disappoint. So, all right, thank you so much, Heather. So, oh, somebody's so proud. He's a little upset he didn't get to speak. He has some words too. All right. Would you like me to hold it? All right. So next we're going to have Tina come on up.
So I think when we came in, my dog decided she either wanted to hide or she wanted to, I'm not sure, but or she wanted to go running, or she wanted to give our speech first, or she was just trying to interpret what I wanted. Maybe that wasn't what I wanted. So anyway, a little over a year ago, I was trying to make plans to retire my third guide dog from another school, and but I really wanted a dog that would run, and I wanted to be properly trained to run with a dog. And a friend of mine called. A friend of mine called me and said, "You need to apply to Guiding Eyes because they're doing this." I said, "Seriously?" And so I called, and it was really hard to make a decision to go to another school. But I called and I talked to Ben, and I was like, "Oh, I got to do this." And so I'm really, really glad that I did, and it's been a really marvelous and blessed experience here. Um, I just can't describe the first run that I had with Clara. And I just want to thank um, all the team here, everybody here that makes our teams a success. And I especially want to thank, where I went in the past, I never got to thank the puppy raisers. And I'm so grateful to be able to thank the puppy raisers. You have no idea how crucial and how vital your role is in your investment in these puppies and to shape their success as guide dogs. It's just wonderful. And every time I've met a puppy raiser, somebody that's come up to me in the past and said, I raise I'm raising a puppy for some school. Well, I can't thank you enough. So, um, so I have a little poem that I want to share. I was in the Running Dogs program, and just a little experience about that. So it's called Running Free. A chilly wind whipped through my hair as we strode the left side of the trail. My running guide, ahead one stride, together we seemed to sail, passing joggers and feathered friends, and dogs saying, "Please stop to play." Nick shouting encouragements and timing our miles as we zipped along our way. I noticed my legs were feeling great, but my lungs were feeling the burn. As Clara, not even winded at all, sought the finish line and the praise and treats she would earn. No more complete reliance on treadmills or friends to reach my cardio pace. Thanks to new friends at Guiding Eyes for the Blind, Clara and I are running free in this race. And, and I hope Nick's here because Nick, I need you to come forward. I have a little present for you, for Nick, the running dog person that ran with me at least 6 times, 7 times. So um, we tried to find you a Starbucks card, but it was after we knew we needed to find one. And we weren't at Starbucks, so we had to settle for somebody said you like movies, so we have a little AMC card for you. So, thank you. God bless you. Thank you. So, thank you again. It's been wonderful.
And next is Alexis, and she's going to read a poem that I think is sure to bring the tears. So be prepared.
Okay. I am going to read a poem that was suggested by Nicole Corbett. The name of it is Am I Home? Guide Dog Poem by John Sisk. I was born a funny I was born a fuzzy lab one bright and sunny day. As I played and romped with my brothers and sisters, my mother close by, I asked, Am I home? As time passed, some humans came, loaded me in a big box, and took me away. As I watched the kennel doors fast disappearing, I asked myself, What have I done? All alone, without the comfort of my mother's soft caresses, I knew it was going to be a brave new world. Time passed, and I grew to love my new human family. They fed, played, and comforted me. I was taken to strange new places with big, fast machines, noisy, rushing crowds of humans. This world was strange and frightening. Every day, as I snuggled up with my humans family, I asked myself, Am I home? One rainy day, my human family took me on a long trip. I knew this place with its familiar smells and sounds. It was the kennel where I was born. I, I so wanted to search for my mother, brothers, and sisters. They must be here. A nice human came and took me from my adopted family. As I was hugged one last time by my human family, I could see their eyes shining bright with tears as they said goodbye. Again, I wondered, what have I done? It was then I was taken away. This place was scary without the familiar smells and sounds of my human home. These humans treated me with the same love and care of my adopted family. I went places, played, and was loved. I even had a new coat of leather that I wore when we went on long walks. Eventually, I made new friends and learned this place wasn't so scary. So I asked myself again, am I home? One morning, my human trainer came to get me. I was bathed and groomed. Ahoo, what treats, I thought. I was led into another building. There I met another human. As the trainer clipped the new human's leash to my collar, I was left yet again. This human was quite different from the others I'd come to know and love. I was now responsible for this human's safety. As months passed, my new human companion and I came to know and love each other and were inseparable. Every day I would wear my coat of leather and lead my master throughout his life. So I asked myself again the same old question, am I home? As years passed, I grew older with age. My muzzle became gray, and I became unable to lead my master through life. One day, my master was hugging me, eyes and face wet with tears. I felt very strange and wanted so badly to know why and what have I done. But as I drifted off to my final sleep, I now knew I was home. The end.
Well, thank you, Alexis. So I can see there's pretty much not a dry eye anywhere. And I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to follow that up, so I'm not going to. Instead, I'd like to introduce Maria Lazaro, who's the manager of our breeding kennel. It might say Carrie Lemery is on your program, but unfortunately, Carrie couldn't be here, so we have Maria.
Thank you, everyone. I have to gain my composure now. As I look at all these beautiful dogs lying up here, I can honestly say I knew them when they were just a gleam in their daddy's eye. I never get tired of saying that. And now seeing them all grown up doing what they were meant to do fills us with so much love and pride for them. So on behalf of the Canine Development Center, I'd like to extend a sincere and heartfelt congratulations to the graduating class of 2017 and their beautiful guiding eyes. It's truly an honor to spend this day with you all. I probably have the best job in the whole world. I told Betsy I was going to say this. I go to work every day and I'm surrounded by love and happiness and wagging tails and wet kisses and all the fur any woman could want in her lifetime. But that being said now and being more serious, the journey of a Guiding Eyes puppy is a long one. And it doesn't happen without the dedicated staff, generous donors, and our team of over 1,500 volunteers. That's amazing. From our brood stud foster families, early socializers, home litter care families, puppy sitters, region coordinators, kennel and administrative volunteers in Yorktown and Patterson, tour leaders, ambassadors, and drivers. And finally, I want to say a very special thank you to a very special group of people, our puppy raisers. These people are totally amazing. They take these beautiful little puppies when they're 8 weeks old into their homes. They love them, they nurture them, They care for them, they train them, they stay up with them when they're sick, and then they give the ultimate gift. They give them up so they can do what they're meant to do. So while I say it's the hardest job here at Guiding Eyes, it's also the most rewarding. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all that you do. Thank you. And I also want to take a minute to thank the whelping kennel staff, the breeding kennel staff, and the home socialization group in Patterson. These people work very hard to give these puppies the best possible start we can so they can go to their raisers, hopefully with some good crate training and some good manners and maybe some good commands. Anyhow, without further ado, I know you're all waiting for this. I'd like to present our raisers with their certificates. Please have one member of your family come up when I call your name. First is McKaylee Kralik from Capital, New York, raiser of Guiding Eyes Alice. Congratulations. Peggy and Jeff Rouse, Capital, New York, who have raised 5 puppies for us, raiser of Guiding Eyes Alice. The Treaster family from Baltimore, Maryland, raiser of Guiding Eyes Asher. They send their regrets they could not make graduation today. The Schulman family from Westchester, New York, raisers of Guiding Eyes Carter. And Lynn works here. Amy Sotis from Erie, New York, raiser of Guiding Eyes Clara, and also have raised 6 puppies for us. Congratulations, Amy. Lisa Miller, Erie, New York, raiser of Guiding Eyes Clara. She could not be with us today. Linda Lurch and Tom DiPasquale, Monroe, New York, raisers of Guiding Eyes Graham. Congratulations. Erica Lillo, Dominion Region, raiser of Guiding Eyes Izzy. Congratulations. Kelly Coney Pacious, raiser of Guiding Eyes Jody Kelly is from North Carolina, and if she looks familiar, she's raised 9 puppies for us. She's also the star of our video, Impulse to Soar. So we have a celebrity in our midst today. Jennifer Tiedemann and Graham Drake from the Baltimore region, raisers of Guiding Eyes Rumi. They could not be with us today. The McEsker family from northern Vermont, raisers of Guiding Eyes Van Gogh. I'm sorry, they couldn't be with us today. The Berkey family from the Dominion region, raisers of Guiding Eyes Yanni. They couldn't be with us either. Emily Wydra, Dominion region, raiser of Guiding Eyes Yoshi. Congratulations. Under home training, we have the Garfaro family, raisers from Lower Westchester, raisers of Guiding Eyes Larry. They could not be with us today. The Pierre family from Richmond, Virginia, raised 6 puppies, raisers of Guiding Eyes Lowell. Congratulations. Barbara and Michael Lakota, Westchester, New York, raisers of Guiding Eyes Torrey. Congratulations. They have also raised 6 puppies for us. Congratulations. A big round of applause for all our raisers. Bravo! So now that I have your attention, remember from small beginnings come great things. And now I'd like to introduce to you future guiding eyes, the lovely Miss Reagan and the handsome Remington. They will be available for autographs in the groom room. As you can see, they are not Labrador Retrievers, they are German Shepherds. And we also want to tell everyone who would love to join our family and volunteer, we're always looking for volunteers, so please, please come join us. You can see how wonderful it is. So thank you, guys. And I have one more thing to say. This is to all the graduates. It's a favorite saying of mine, and I think you'll really like it. He is your friend, your partner, your defender, your dog. You are his life, his love, his leader. He will be yours faithful and true to the last beat of his heart. You owe it to him to be worthy of such devotion. May God bless you and keep you all safe. Thank you.
All right, so again, I don't know how I get stuck in this position. I don't know how I follow up cute puppies, so I'm going to try. So now we're going to go back to the graduates' presentations part of this program here. So next I'm going to have come up is Joe Lopp with Izzy.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. As I'm coming to the podium, to tell you the truth, I'm nervous because that's the first time I'm making like a speech in English. And actually today is a day full of emotions, laughter and tears. And actually today I'm coming as a fourth-time graduate from Guiding Eyes for the Blind. And I can tell you that my emotions are very high, that I'm not crying because I don't know very much how to do it. But I can tell you that our emotions are high, and you can see it when Heather spoke. You know, she talked about something that is really important: freedom, mobility, equal opportunities, be one more among the crowd of the citizens of this country and elsewhere. And from today, I'm going to start with Izzy, which, by the way, has the same name of my wife, Elizabeth, and my lovely daughters who are watching us on streaming. Okay, so salutation to them for them as well. So and actually, with my other three guide dogs, Naomi, Janine, and Annabelle, I experienced a lot of things, a lot of life experiences, from the delivery room where my wife had her twin girls, to the Parliament of Catalonia where I was a senator of for some time, to many trips that I had to do or I did personally or professionally, to Paris or Rome or even the United States. So basically, and you realize that when you have a dog, you have freedom. And freedom is something that is a treasure. And the treasure of seeing yourself safe is something that has the whole value, and there is no money, no gold that can buy it. And let me tell you something else. Guiding Eyes for the Blind is perhaps, I would say, the best of my knowledge, and I really mean what I say, the best school of the world. Over the trips I've done, I had the opportunity to meet many people who have come from other guide dog schools, and they do very well. But, because of their temper, because of their health, because of how well trained they are, I would say that the best guide dogs that I've ever met are here. I'm in Guiding Eyes for the Blind, and I'm proud to be a member of this big family. I I would like to just to say a couple of words about our class. This class, this class, oh yeah, has been a life experience. A life experience. We've laughed a lot. We've enjoyed a lot with games such as Boulder Dash and many others. Okay, and we had fun, but we talked about our concerns and our worries, about our limitations, but mostly we talked about the equal opportunities we want to enjoy, about our desire for freedom, and how much Guiding Eyes is contributing to that. And you know, there are here people from many different backgrounds, people who at some time has been offended because of their blindness, or has experienced limitations, or has experienced many difficulties. But you know, we are all standing here on our feet to be first class citizens of this country and elsewhere. And my final words go to the people that that are doing such a magnificent job. The the people at the kennel that take care of our dogs from the seats, the puppy raisers, thank you. The skillful trainers who know not only what dogs can do, but also you know, what we as blind people can do and can't do. So they are very sensitive to all that. And also to some people who are generous, they are silent, they are invisible, and they are sensitive to our cause of freedom and to Guiding Eyes. Donors. More than 50 years of success of Guiding Eyes are partly due also to donors. And as a member of this class and in representation of this class, if I may, I would like to encourage people to donate money, their time, or what they can for such a great job. And from the deepest part of my heart, I really want to say, God bless Guiding Eyes for the dogs. God bless Guiding Eyes for the blind, all its dogs, and all its people. Thank you very much.
All right, and now I'm afraid I might be in a little bit of trouble. See, we ran graduation practice earlier today, and we kind of had a little running joke because everybody that was practicing their speech came up here saying blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'll give you guys $5 if that's all your speech is blah, blah, blah. So I feel like I might owe somebody a little bit of money right now. So, yeah, so this is Ricky Jones and Miss Alice.
All right, as we practiced, bring this up just a tad bit. There we go. As we practiced, I guess I should say, blah, 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 you owe me $5. Now that that's out of the way and business has been taken care of, everybody knew I was going to do it. So I've tried to do this several times in my room. There's no way to do it without being emotional. Michael Jordan said, individuals don't win championships or succeed in life. The achievements, success, hard work, sweat, tears from the team is what wins championships. And here at Guiding Eyes, team is a word that I would use to describe everyone from the ground up, everyone from the kennel staff, puppy raisers, the volunteers, the training staff, and especially, especially I'd like to give a special shout out to the maintenance, cleaning staff, and kitchen staff who over the last month have had to get a lot of work done. Shoveling snow, clearing paths for us, and making our rooms, our food, feel more like home. And I can't tell you that most of us are one of our first trips with our new guide dogs will be to the store to, in one way or the other, whether it's to buy smaller clothes or big clothes, we'll be doing so in thanks to the kitchen staff. To the puppy raisers, you've seen the concentration of our speeches, our poems. We can't say enough. The love, the care that you show in the foundation of our puppies, our dogs, is shown immediately once we met them. The kisses that I received are a reflection of the kisses that you gave Peggy, Jeff, and McKaylee. The love and the moments that you gave to Alice, I can never repay you. Today's word of the day would probably be thanks. And though we can say it a million times, we'll never ever be able to give you the thanks that you deserve. To my training staff, you guys were great. You guys had to be innovative and figure out things. Alice loves to move, can't stand to be still. You guys, we were snowed in basically for a day and a half, and probably should have been snowed in for a little bit longer, but not our training staff. They were ready to get us out and get us moving. And it just so happened it was just the day after we had gotten the dogs. So they came up with innovative ways here in the school on campus for us to learn the things that we needed to learn. It messed up their schedule, and I know Stephanie very well, and with her OCD and things like that, that was very difficult for her. But they managed, and they did a wonderful job. Especially Dan, you were there with me. You gave me a shoulder to lean on when I needed it. I was frustrated, and I appreciate it. This went better in my room. To my classmates, I love you guys. I couldn't say it any better than that. You guys are amazing. Every one of you have touched my life in just a short amount of time. To Nicole, Heather, Linda, Irene, as first-time guide dog users, I know where you've been. I was there 8 years ago. And one of the things that we've had the joy of doing as returning guiding eyes or guide dog handlers is to advise you on the ups and the downs and the goods and the bads and things to think about. And that's been something that has actually helped me get through my time here. You guys have a bright future, an even brighter future with your new dog, and I wish you all the best. To all of those of you who have returned for your second, third, fourth dog, congratulations. Thank you for being there for me, giving me a shoulder to lean on, to talk to, give me someone to express my sorrows to, my frustrations, and say, hey, I was there. It's not easy to transition to your second dog. Some people say it's the hardest thing to do, and so Alice is my second. I wanted to tell you briefly, real quick, and I will hurry, Stephanie, I promise. But what got me here to Guiding Eyes was in 2008, October 2008. I was hit by a car walking across the street with my cane. A UT orange polo shirt because there's no other color to wear, and khaki pants, highly visible, doing the same walk I had done for years. I was hit by a driver who wasn't paying attention, was fooling around on his cell phone and looking in his glove box. My right shoulder was shattered. My ankle and knee on my right leg was severely dismayed, let's just say. And for some reason, I planted my left foot thinking that I could stop the car from moving any further at 30 miles an hour and almost broke. So it was a pretty severe incident. I was laid up for 6 months, and I went back to the corner to try to go back to work, riding the bus like I'd always done. And in doing so, I went to step off the curb, and my foot froze. I couldn't put it down. I was scared half to death. My cane, was supposed to be that mobility device that gave me visibility, gave me all the things that I was supposed to have, didn't work that day that I got hit by the car. So I enrolled in Guiding Eyes because my mom had come in 1981, and so she knew something about the family here at Guiding Eyes. And so I came here in 2009. The irony with that class and this class is this. I was in the same room that I'm in this class. I have a roommate next to me named Joe. And Stephanie was my personal instructor. Well, not my personal instructor, but you know. Now, the irony in that is that we had traffic check day and during that 2009 class, and I was terrified. I didn't want to get out of the van. I didn't want to go on the walk. I said, I'll just stay here. I even faked having the flu in the summer. I just wasn't going to go. And Stephanie was there, and she gave me support and love. And we had the traffic check. I went on the other side of the street. I was crying, very emotional. And Stephanie was there to hug me and say thank you. The irony is that this particular class, Stephanie was driving the car during traffic checks. After getting my first guide dog, I had started a nonprofit called the Tennessee Association of Blind Athletes. And I traveled around the state, starting new clubs, new programs, new chapters. I went to Colorado. I've came to New York and run the New York Marathon twice. I've done many different halves, marathons, that sort of thing. And it just hit me in December of why the success for that was, and that was because of my first guide dog. Not only was I able to do all the things that I never thought I would ever do, or heck, I didn't even know I wanted to do, but I was able to impact lives of hundreds of thousands of other blind people. When you give your money as a donation to Guiding Eyes, when you give your time, when you raise a puppy, when you do everything that you need to do, you do for this organization to give us what we are having here today, you're making an investment into my future, to all 12 of our futures, but into the future of every single person that we come into contact with and we impact. And you'll never know the amount of impact you have on people. And we can't thank you enough, like I said. I'm going to end with that. I want to wish everyone that's going back home a safe trip. May you be successful and continue to grow. And once again, to the puppy raisers, donors, volunteers, staff, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I'm going to return back to my seat, but I'm going to be turning everything over to Britt, who has a presentation that we'd like to make.
I have the microphone for you.
Apparently, I have the most vocal dog here. He is not like this when he's working. He sees his favorite trainer. uh, I want to speak about the trainers. It's been touched on how great they've been through this and how innovative they've been. This is true with every trainer. I am also on my 4th guide dog from Guiding Eyes for the Blind. And as you've heard here in all the speeches today, we couldn't do this. We could not be free. We could not be the people we are without the help from everyone that has been mentioned here today. But as a special thanks, the class and all of the dogs have gotten you all a few gifts. So I am going to start with our wonderful trainers. So that would be Karen, Nikki, Dan, they're getting Petco cards because they train dogs all day, but for some reason they still have lots of them at home. Our wonderful supervisors, OCD Stephanie. she is absolutely wonderful at organizing us, getting us where we need to be, making sure that we are learning what needs to be done no matter what Mother Nature decides. So also have Petco card for you. We had an assistant IA with us for a little while, Catherine, and we have a Petco card for her. Is she here? Okay, she is probably in the kennel today. The other, could you take Karen's to her, please? Thank you. I mean, Catherine, sorry. Okay. This last one is going to Laurel. Laurel is our instructor's assistant, and Laurel worked so hard for us. She kept us happy. She kept us dancing. She kept us singing. She was out in the park area trying to get our dogs to go to the bathroom by dancing around. And she shoveled more snow, I bet, than anyone in Westchester County. Because not only did she shovel all of the snow in front of the house there, but she shoveled snow down the sidewalks of White Plains. So we got you a shovel. And you're gonna get the bucket as well. And I'm gonna start with some teary tissues in the bucket. Kind of looks like snow. Yeah. And thank you very much. We do appreciate all of you all. We know how hard you work, and we know that you get less sleep than us, which we can't understand. But we know that you do, and that you must absolutely love what you do, because everyone here has been here for a long time. And it's a testament to how wonderful this school and this organization is, and including our donors, our volunteers, our puppy raisers, our kennel staff, everyone else who has been spoken of today. But thank you so much to our instructors.
Okay, so I know everybody's probably tired of hearing a lot of talking, or certainly you're not here to listen to me, but just bouncing off a little bit of what Britt said, I do want to take a moment to kind of thank my incredible team this month. And I'm going to annoy you guys and make you stand up and wave to the audience, just because. So I'm going to start with Nikki Wentz. Please stand up. Karen Fellows. Dan Wiesner. Oh. All right, Laurel Sheets. Okay, and of course, Alyssa, you were home training, but I felt like you were still part of class, so I'd like Alyssa Tilley to stand up as well. I don't know if you guys realize this, so like Britt was saying, they're even more tired than classes. So when we have a 6 a.m. start, that means instructors are up before 6 a.m., getting themselves settled for their day, the dog settled for the day, and when students go to bed at 10, that's kind of just when they're starting to relax. So these wonderful people have kind of put their lives on hold for the past 3 weeks to dedicate their time to creating the 12 fabulous teams you see in front of you. So let's just give them one more round of applause. And also, I just special thank you to Laurel, because as Britt said, if you kind of ask us what does an instructor assistant do for class, my answer is going to be everything. So whether it's helping students or salting sidewalks or shoveling snow or pulling up vehicles, she is the mechanics of this group, so she really kind of kept the wheels turning, so thank you, Laurel. Yeah. All right, so now we're getting to the portion of the program where we're about to hand out the diplomas, but I just want to say a few more quick words. So I have 2 favorite days that kind of happen here at Guiding Eyes, and I know you might be thinking, is it payday, is it Saturdays, is it Sundays? And while all of those are some of my favorite things, the first of my favorite days happened almost 3 weeks ago, a couple Wednesdays ago, when we had Dog Day. So as somebody that works at Guiding Eyes, I can honestly say it is an honor and a privilege to be there when you get to bring everybody into the room and, just a few short words of, telling somebody their dog's name, their breed, their gender, and their color brings somebody so many tears of emotions of happiness and excitement, and you haven't even given them a dog yet. Yes, I know, Graham, I'm wrapping it up soon, don't worry. And then just a short hour later, when you actually get to hand them their dog, it's kind of, again, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to witness that moment where you get to give somebody their guide dog. And my second favorite day is actually today. Graduation is such a big day for pretty much everybody that's in this room, whether you're staff, you're volunteer, or you're the actual graduate. So I just want to thank everybody that is here and everybody that's involved. It takes a village to kind of make this happen, as you can tell by the amount of bodies in this room. So a big congratulations to our graduates, and a big thank you to everybody. All right, so next we're going to hand out the diplomas and make it official. All right, so first up is Adelia Lopez and Lowell. Then we have Trisha Lacey and Jody. All right. Down there, I think it's Linda Hughes and Yanni. Okay. Irene Lansing and Yoshi. Amber Bangsund and Miss Rumi. Nicole Corbett and Van Gogh. Britt Cook and Graham. Okay, Ricky Jones and Alice. Joe Lopp and Izzy. Alexis Tyson and Carter. Tina Jenkins and Clara. Heather Shy and Asher. Again, congratulations, graduates. At this time, I'd like to ask Becky Davidson to come on up. Becky's our Manager of Consumer Outreach and Graduate Support, which is a really long title. Really, she is another person that kind of keeps the wheels going on the bus around here at Guiding Eyes. So come on up, Becky.
Thanks, Stephanie, and good afternoon, everybody. And I will be brief and I will not cry. I did that already. But I just want to join the chorus of congratulations for this class. Dog Day is a wonderful day. Okay. It's okay because they're dogs, you know? They get to do that. They're still dogs, and we love them to pieces. Anyway, this has been a wonderful class, and I know people who come to graduations a lot and hear me say it a lot. The experience that we have here watching the transformation that happens from the first Monday of class until today, never get tired of it. It's absolutely amazing. And when Heather was talking about that first walk with that dog in White Plains, it brought back so many memories for me and my first guide dog walk and all the sensations and all the emotions that happen. And I don't ever want to forget it because it's such an important part of my life. Each of you has walked your own unique path that's brought you to this place at this time today. And tomorrow you're going to leave here and you're going to pick up that path again, accompanied by your Guiding Eyes dog. But the important thing to remember, and there are many, I'm sorry, Graham, am I boring you? At any rate, the important thing is that you don't ever walk it alone once you become part of the Guiding Eyes family. That's what we are. That's what we're proud of. That's what we do. And so I am really pleased to welcome all of you who have had dogs from elsewhere or who are getting your first dogs. And I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 2 at home. So I'm not going to try to name them all because I'm sure I'll forget somebody. But know how much we value you and how welcome you are to this Guiding Eyes family. So on behalf of my fellow graduates here in the audience and out there in YouTube land, I just want to say congratulations and all the best to you 12 people sitting here. It really has been fun being around this class as much as I have. This class actually became a community. It was the coolest thing ever. So congratulations. Give yourselves a big hand because you worked hard and you deserve it. Okay, just a couple of quick announcements. The souvenir shop across the hall is open. The 2 little shepherd puppies that Graham wants to eat are down in the grooming room, waiting to sign autographs. There are refreshments up in the dining room. Enjoy your day here with us at Guiding Eyes and just have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for being here.
All right. So just a quick note just before everybody kind of descends upon our graduates up front. I know we're all eager to meet each other. If you could just give them 30 seconds, you guys can go ahead and start taking your harnesses off now so that the real fun can begin. So again, congratulations, everybody, and thank you for coming. Oh, that's right. Oh, actually, one more announcement. I lied. There will be a kennel tour this afternoon for those who are interested. Laurel up front here will be running the tour probably in about a half an hour or so, and she'll make several announcements of where to meet.